Hi, thanks very much for clicking on the video link. My name is Natalie Armstrong-Motin with Marketing Resolution, and this is another in the series of idle chats for the American Bar Association's section for dispute resolution. And today I get to talk to a colleague in Essex, Gregory Hunt. Gregory, hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Doing very well, thanks. Just across the English channel from me, so earlier we were talking about all the things we have in common. We'll see if we can go through the cards and find anything else that we have in common, all right?
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. I promise, no mediators will be harmed in the filming of this video. All right. First question, Gregory, what is your least favorite smell?
Well, it's got to link in with me with least favorite taste because smell and taste are so linked. So I would say sprouts or Brussels sprouts. Yeah. Oh, disgusting. Yeah.
Can't have the Brussels sprouts. All right. Good answer. Gregory, I know it's still a bit early, but what was the best thing that happened to you today?
When I got out of bed, thinking, oh, I've got this meeting this morning, I was a bit absent-minded and I forgot to make my wife a cup of coffee. So she made me a cup of coffee and she made it in my TARDIS cup and it's very nice. So I'm enjoying that. That's so far, that's the best thing that's happened.
That's a really good thing. You have a lovely wife.
I do, yeah.
All right, Gregory, on what topic can you spend hours and hours and hours talking?
Can there be more than one or is it just one?
This is your idle chat. It can be anything you want it to be.
I would say I wouldn't have a job if I didn't say mediation and ADR. Liverpool Football Club. Doctor Who, hence the TARDIS. And tomatoes. I grow tomatoes as well.
That last one surprised me a little bit. The others fall right in line.
I look like a tomato in the summer, so.
Best answer ever. All right. Now, this next question, Gregory, I will warn you in advance. It is a bit divisive. If you don't want to answer, that's fine. We can pass. In your opinion, sir, which way should the toilet roll hang? To the front or to the back?
Well, just to make things even more awkward, we tend to have ours standing up. So I haven't really got an answer because we have them standing up. Different
equipment, different.
If I have to give an answer, pull it down. So to the front.
Okay, that makes good sense. Good sense. Which equipment is better then? The traditional American French horizontal bar or the British vertical bar?
I think most places you go, even in England, it's horizontal. So that's what I'm used to. Yeah. Okay. But at home we have them standing up, vertical.
You know.
Don't know why.
Whatever floats your boat, my friend. All right, next card. Gregory, what is the worst job you've ever had?
Oh, I can't give a straight answer to that one because it's a small industry. So I will say when I was a student, just after I graduated, I was working as a temp in a yeast factory. And my job was stacking boxes of yeast, just moving them. But it was like that typical sort of thing where you're in a chain. So you move the box about a yard and then someone else picks it up. And it was just doing that all day. That was probably the most boring thing I've ever done.
Yeah, I can understand.
I did used to work in a chicken barbecue, a market at a weekend. And sometimes the chickens would surprisingly still have the heads on or the feet on, or they'd be in a state that you didn't want to sort of look at. So that was quite nasty at times. Mm.
Glad that wasn't one of my jobs. Yes. Gregory, what is the most amazing physical feat you've ever managed?
I can't think of any, unless you can include alongside my wife raising 3 children. Is that a physical feat? Does that count?
I think that counts.
Yeah.
I think that counts. The conclusion to the story, everybody lived, that counts.
Yeah.
All right. Gregory, what sport could you play longest in a televised game without anyone discovering that you're not a professional athlete?
Oh, I reckon cricket. Because if my team was fielding first, I could just stand in the field maybe for 5 or 6 hours without even having to touch the ball. So nobody would know.
Excellent disguise. Really, really, really good answer. All right. Sir, if magic were real, what kind of spell would you want to learn first?
A good health and happiness spell.
And upon whom would you cast such a spell?
Probably everyone. And then everyone, oops, I've lost you. Everybody would then be happy and in good health, and there'd be no problems, would there? Because everyone's got it.
That's a lovely idea. Nice sentiment. Gregory, if you owned a restaurant, what kind of food would it serve?
Curry.
Not tomatoes?
Oh, there'd be tomatoes in the curry. Yeah.
All right.
A Rogan Josh, but it'd be spicy, very spicy as well.
All right. Now, I like a good curry. I would eat there. Gregory, when was the last time you stayed up all night?
Well, as this is going out to an American audience largely, my wife and I did discuss staying up to watch the Super Bowl the other night, but neither of us have got any knowledge about it at all and decided, no, let's go to bed. So it wasn't that. So it was probably about 5 or 6 weeks ago when I was watching the Ashes, which is England v Australia in the cricket, and it's in Australia, so it was during our night time. So I stayed up till probably 4 or 5 o'clock at one point. I did nod a couple of times, but I was trying to stay up, and England lost and got battered, and it was really depressing, but I gave it a go. But before that, it was probably years ago when we had the children.
Well, you know, as we all have experienced, but the Ashes, now that's a good reason to stay up all night. That's a good one. Gregory, do you happen to remember the first concert you attended?
I do, actually, yeah. It was at the Liverpool Royal Court Theatre, and it was to see a band called Transvision Vamp in about the late 1980s, mid to late 1980s.
Not familiar with that group at all.
I looked them up. You'll probably recognize a couple of tunes.
All right, I'll do that. Gregory, how many hours per day do you spend online?
Oh, too many. 10. Oh, so no, not all online, sorry. No, that's on my computer, I'm thinking. Probably up to 4. If I'm mediating and it's online, then it'll be all day. If I've got Zooms and meetings and stuff, it's obviously less than that, but I'd say on average about 4.
All right, so I would say that's quite good comparatively.
Yeah,
quite good. All right, it's all that tomato farming you got going on. You're outside. Gregory, what is something that was very common in your childhood that will seem strange to future generations?
Hopefully, unemployment.
That's much deeper. I was trying to think, how would I answer? And I was thinking about, no internet, fax machines, telephones that you had to spin the dial,
Yeah.
calling the operator for assistance. There's a lot that has changed in the last generation.
Yeah.
Well, Gregory, the last question, the same question I ask all of my guests, is what do you love most about the resolution industry and the work that we do?
I think for me, the thing I love the most is when I'm mediating and I've got two businesses who are in dispute and they really need each other to survive. So this dispute is something that could actually end both of them. And as a mediator, you help them not only to resolve the dispute that's in front of them, but actually to repair the relationship that they've got so they can continue to work together. And even from that, you see during the mediation that they start to formulate new ideas and look at different contracts and different opportunities that they were never going to do because they were going to fall out. So I think for me, that's what I love the most.
That, my friend, is an outstanding answer. I like that very much. And if someone's interested in contacting you for some assistance with either a case or as a resource in the resolution industry, what's the best way for someone to reach you?
Probably in my email. So it's Greg, Gregg, at huntadr.com.
Fantastic. And I know also that you have what I think is an outstanding YouTube channel. And so if you're watching this on YouTube, more than likely, I would encourage you to look for Hunt ADR on the YouTubes. And Greg's got some fantastic programs there, and I hope that you enjoy those.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks very much.
All right. Thank you.